Alright YouTube, make a little video here of my newest mower that I bought. So this is a Ryobi 40 volt brushless mower. I got it refurbed from directtools.com. So Home Depot has these for 250 bucks. I got this for 152 or something like that. Came with a 6 amp hour battery, the charger, all that. It's 20 inches. I've been using it for about a month or so. It's working pretty good. I like it. I enjoy it. It is pretty quiet. I can mow about probably half my lawn with that big 6 amp hour battery, which is actually good because I don't do the entire lawn now in one fell swoop. It gives me a chance to take a break. Haven't sharpened the blade, nothing like that. I just got the plug in the back there for the mulcher, and I tend to run it like at the second or third height, you know, something like that. I tend to move it around, but second or third height. Anyway, it's a pretty good mower. You'll see I actually painted mine red. That's mostly so it stands out. I didn't really like having the clear thing on there. I thought that would just beat down on the batteries. The batteries are underneath there. They're actually underneath here. You can see that's where the batteries would go. They go in the back, and then there's a little storage in the front. Anyways, that's the mower. Then let me show you the batteries that I use. So like I said, this thing came refurbed. directtools.com, highly recommend it. You know, 100 bucks off is a good deal for me. So the batteries, this actually all started because my old Weedwhacker broke. I had an old Ryobi gas Weedwhacker that I've had for 17 years. Thing finally died. I was messing with it for many, many hours, and I got sick of dealing with it. And so what I did is I went out to Craigslist and I bought a used string trimmer that came with this battery here. And this is just a 2.6 amp hour. Yeah, there goes 4026. The 2.6 amp hour battery. So I bought that string trimmer, worked great, and then I started looking online, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna try the mower. So this battery came with this charger, and then when I bought the mower, it came with this battery, which right now it's not on the charger. I mean, it's on there, but it's not plugged in. See, it's almost full. And then what I did is I splurged for another battery, so then I got a 4 amp hour as well. So I got the 2.6, the 6 that came with the mower, and then I splurged for the 4. So overall I got, you know, 3 batteries, kind of small, medium, and large. And if I use all 3 of them, I can mow for probably an hour and, I don't know, hour and 10 minutes, something like that. Depends on how thick the grass is. So that's pretty much it. I did the mower also came with a charger. I don't have it here. It's one of those little slip-on ones that it just kind of slips on the back here. It's only like the size of a pack of playing cards or something. Slips on there, and so I got that one as well. But I kind of use this one since it's here. The batteries are fine. You know, this thing is adequate. I would not say that this is the best mower I've ever had. Like, it's really good for the summertime when there's not leaves. But once the fall comes and the oak leaves drop, I don't know if this thing is going to cut it. Because it doesn't have the lift. It doesn't have the lift that the normal gas mower does. But anyway, I enjoy it. I think it was worth 150 bucks. In hindsight, I think it was a bad move buying this battery. I paid 100 bucks for this battery. I think that was a bad move. I think what I should have done in hindsight is waited another year and then bought the leaf blower. For 130, I think you can get a leaf blower and a 4 amp hour battery for, you know, 130, something like that. Should have done that. Would have been more cost effective. But anyway, it is what it is. It's fine. So I'm going to keep looking on Craigslist. I think my move now is I'm going to start looking at used tools. Like this Weedwhacker with this battery, swear to God, cost me $5. The guy just wanted to get rid of it. He wanted it out of his garage. I'm sure the battery has lost some degradation or whatever, but I use it. Like I swear to God, I use this battery every time I mow, and I can get probably 15 to 20 minutes of runtime out of it, which does probably a quarter of my yard. And anymore, I don't mow my whole yard in one fell swoop. I only mow about a half of it at a time. I find that that's more enjoyable for me. Mowing for an hour and a half to 2 hours really sucks. I hate it. So if I can mow for 45 minutes, I'm good. Like, I'm happy. So I use this thing for, 15, 20 minutes, and then I use either the big one or the medium one for the remainder of the time. And that's kind of it. Like, that's enough mowing. That makes me happy. So overall, I would get this mower again. The $250 price tag at Home Depot is a little bit high, in my opinion. If it came with 2 batteries, maybe it would be worth it. In my opinion, the batteries are worth about $100 a piece. The mower is worth about $50, $60. Like, that's just how it is. And 150 used, or not used, the refurb at the Direct Tools was a good price. $250 at Home Depot, it's okay. But it's not the greatest. So overall, I like the batteries. Honestly, I think the build quality of the older ones is actually a little bit better. So this one is 2014. And you can see, so what is that? That's 7 years old. But it's got like a rubber molding. It feels beefy. I don't know, it feels really good. The newer ones, you can tell it's like a cheaper plastic. Doesn't have the rubber molding, it's just plastic. They put a little sticker that's supposed to mimic, the ridges and all that BS. Obviously, the internals is what matters. And I'm sure that they're adequate. I mean, to be fair, it is the same amount of power in, or rather more power in the same footprint, so that's fine. But when you're sweaty, your hands are sweaty, you're hot, whatever, this thing you can actually grip. Like, it's got some grip on it. This new one, it's kind of slippery, and I feel like they cheapened it a little bit, but maybe that's just what they do. But anyway, that's that. I do like this charger. Right now it's showing red because the thing's not plugged in, but if you plug it in, it should, yeah, it'll just start charging it, right? So normally I don't like running them. I don't like charging them full up. Like you say, this one's only about I don't know, maybe 2/3 full. Because I used it to mow a little bit this morning, just a little cul-de-sac area we got, and do some weed whacking. And so I'm not going to top this guy off until I'm ready to use it. Same for this guy. I normally like to charge them to about 3 bars, which is kind of what this one is, and then just let them sit. I don't like the batteries to be sitting at full charge. It's not best for them to do that. And then what I'll do is, if I know I'm going to be mowing, like in the evening or whatever, when I get home from work, I'll charge it. It'll take, half hour to top off. And then I'll use it. So that way the battery never really sits at that 100% charge. Now, when you use the battery a lot and it goes down to the 1 bar, like when the mower shuts off, it'll just show 1 bar and it'll be blinking. That's how you know that the battery's, it's probably like at 10, 15% charge. At that point, I'll wait for it to cool off. I'll probably finish the job. Wait for it to cool off, and then I'll come in here and charge it up. I keep these inside the house. I don't think it's the best to keep them outside, especially during the summer. My garage gets into the 90s, because it's hot outside. I don't think the lithium ions like to do that. Now, I say that, the guy that I bought this thing from, he kept it in his garage for 7 years, and the damn thing still works. So probably it doesn't matter. But for me, I like the idea of keeping them in a temperature control. During the winter time, my plan is to do the same thing. I'm going to charge them up to about 3/4 full, and I'll just store them in the basement where it's, it's temperature control. And then once a month or so, I'll pop them on the charger for, half an hour or whatever, just to give them a little bit of power. And then that should be good. I think the main thing is don't let them run down. If they run down below 30 volts or something like that, I'm not exactly sure. If they run down below that voltage, then the thing won't see them anymore. Like, it won't recognize that they're there, and it'll shut down. So then you have to try to jump them, and you can look online, there's rules on how to do that. But anyway, that's it. I like the batteries. I think they're pretty good. The old ones were better construction. The mower is decent. It's worth 150 bucks for sure. 250, yeah, I guess. If you have a lot of oak trees in that, I don't think it's going to do the job. But for just putzing around, it is convenient. And I will say, the one other thing I will say, it is a hell of a lot more comfortable mowing the grass with a battery mower than with a gas one. The vibration isn't there. It's quieter. It's literally more enjoyable. Like, I look forward to mowing the grass, and I never look forward to mowing the grass. And so maybe it's because it's the G-Wiz technology, but I think a lot of it is just, it's a more enjoyable process. So I recommend it. You know, there are fancier ones. Obviously, the Ego is a lot nicer, but it's also double or triple the money. So for me, this was a good deal because I got into the system for cheap. If I could do it again, like I said, I would not buy this battery. Just stick with the 2, that's probably adequate, and then buy a blower later on. But anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope everyone has a great day. Thanks.